In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to warp a text layer in Photoshop while keeping it editable. We're going to start by creating some text using the Type tool. Just click on your canvas, type whatever you want, and make sure your text layer is selected in the Layers panel. This is the best place to begin, because it lets you set up your text normally before applying any warp adjustments. Next, press Ctrl and T on Windows, or Command and T on Mac, to activate Free Transform. At this stage, you can make any basic changes you need, like resizing the text, rotating it, or adjusting its overall placement in the design. It's a good idea to get the text roughly where you want it before moving on, since that makes the warping process easier and more predictable. Now, here's the important part. If you try to use the warp shortcut directly on a regular text layer, it won't work the way you expect, because the text is still fully editable as a text object. Photoshop treats that differently, so before warping, you need to convert the text layer into a smart object. To do that, go to the Layers panel, right-click the text layer, and choose Convert to Smart Object. This keeps the content protected in a way that allows transformation effects like warp, while still preserving the original text inside the smart object. Once the layer has been converted, double-click the layer's thumbnail, which is the small preview square in the Layers panel. That will open the smart object in a new document window. Inside that new tab, you can edit the text however you want. This is where you would make content changes later if needed, which is one of the biggest advantages of this method. After making your edits, save the smart object by pressing Ctrl and S on Windows, or Command and S on Mac. Then close that tab to return to your main Photoshop document. When you come back, the main file will update automatically with those saved changes. Now you're ready to apply the warp. Go to Edit, then Transform, then Warp. From here, you can drag the handles and grid points to bend, curve, or reshape the text however you like. This gives you a lot of control over the final look, and because the text is inside a smart object, you still have a flexible workflow if you need to make changes later. That's how to warp a text layer in Photoshop in a clean, editable way.